Thanks for staying up with us. You're watching Nightside. Tempers boiled over at times during a packed town hall where Spokane city officials talked about plans for a new homeless shelter. The city wants to turn this empty grocery store near Sprague and Havana into a 120-bed homeless shelter. It would share a parking lot with Project ID. That's a center for adults with disabilities. Workers there fear some of the most vulnerable adults in our community will be put at risk. It's a story Kyle Simchuk takes us to inside of an emotional meeting. Kyle?
We have both sides of this discussion agree that not all homeless people are criminals. Parents of these special needs adults worry about overflow at the shelter and the type of crowds it might attract. They fear these vulnerable adults could be taken advantage of and want the city to find a new location.
We're scared. We're nervous.
A lot of emotions, mostly fear inside tonight's community meeting. Homeowners worried about crime and property values. Parents of special needs adults worried about their safety.
I'm a dad, and I'm going to protect my daughter and all her little friends before anything else. And so we just need to do something different.
Are we going to abandon these people, or are we going to stand by them?
The city's director of Housing and Human Services, Kelly Keenan, got an earful over plans to buy this grocery store and turn it into a homeless shelter.
We do want you all to be safe here. We want the people that need to access shelter resources to be safe as well.
Project ID, a center dedicated to improving the lives of adults with developmental disabilities, shares a parking lot with the proposed site.
When you're drug addicted, you'll do about anything. You put those two together and it just seems unbelievable, just unbelievable.
Project ID Director Bob Hutchinson says they're already dealing with transients. 2 weeks ago, they asked a man to leave the property. He threw a brick through their glass door.
Homelessness does not equate to criminal behavior. However, security protocols and procedures really must be in place to ensure that the project can coexist safely.
Details of what that security might look like still up in the air.
You have intent, and those ideas are a great place to start, but that's not going to save my 3-year-old from needles.
A city spokeswoman tells us the only reason the purchase would fall through at this point is if there were serious problems with the building itself. The city wants the shelter to be a stepping stone for the homeless and a place they can find resources to connect them to permanent housing. It's unclear when it could open.